I just want to get out of this boring school life and live every day like a celebrity, all glamorous and shiny. When I see those models and pop stars on TV, I swear that's literally my future self. Watch me. By the time I'm 20, I'll be throwing nonstop parties in a penthouse and living surrounded by piles of designer bags. No matter how many tests or assignments teachers throw at me, I don't care. Success is already guaranteed for me, and when that moment arrives, I'll totally let you, the one everyone calls a nerd, carry my bags and lend me a hand, so you better show some gratitude.
Dreaming is great, but you can't expect a fancy life to just land in your lap. Don't you think that's a little unrealistic?
There you go again, always being so realistic and crushing my dreams. You're seriously the most boring person ever.
I'm not boring, I just know how life actually works. Nothing comes without effort. Even celebrities work their butts off behind the scenes.
Oh, come on, you're just giving me another lecture. But with my looks and sense of style, people are going to open all the doors for me without me even trying.
You say it's about looks and style, but don't you need practice and preparation to actually use that? Even passing auditions is only for a handful of people.
That's why I'll just leave all that detailed stuff to everyone else. I only need to stay in the spotlight. The hard work and backstage stuff can all be dumped on other people, right?
That's honestly a really selfish way of thinking. If you actually want to make your dream come true, you can't just take people's help for granted. Being grateful is normal.
I can just say thanks later in whatever way. What matters first is that I stand out and everyone's eyes are on me.
So what if nobody pays attention to you? If the future doesn't turn out the way you imagine, how are you going to bounce back?
That's impossible. I'm absolutely meant to shine. There's no way people would just ignore me.
I get that you're confident, but having confidence without any real foundation is risky. At the end of the day, if you're not ready to put in effort yourself, you won't last.
Geez, that boring way of thinking just doesn't fit me. You can live your whole life plain and ordinary if you want. I'm heading to a glamorous world.
Even if it's plain, a life built with steady effort feels safe and important to me. If you only chase the flashy stuff, you'll lose sight of what really matters.
Whatever. You can act all serious, but in the end, I'm the one who's going to win. Being loved like a celebrity and living the high life is my destiny.
Don't lean too hard on that word, destiny. In the end, your future only changes depending on how you live.
Well, just watch me. In a few years, I'll be surrounded by a dazzling world, and when that time comes, you'll regret not believing in me.
Honestly, more than feeling regret, since you're my sister, if you find happiness, I'll just feel a sense of relief. But don't forget, the most important things aren't about show or glamour.
Seriously, are you really going to give me another dull lecture? I was so excited, and now you've completely ruined the vibe. You really are a pro at crushing dreams. You know that? You know, Ava, you've seriously always been clueless. No matter what happens, you're so oblivious, it's actually funny. I mean, maybe, just maybe, you still haven't noticed it. You're so dense, it cracks me up. Being that naive is really sad. Honestly, I almost feel sorry for you.
So, after all these years, you finally reach out to me, and this is the random nonsense you start with? What's your deal?
Well, got some news that'll shock you. I just couldn't keep it to myself, so I had to tell you. The truth is, I totally stole your boyfriend right out from under you. That just proves I'm the one who suits him better.
Wait, boyfriend? I seriously have no idea what you're talking about. I don't even have a boyfriend, so what you're saying doesn't make any sense at all.
No, I'm not done yet. The surprising part is coming, so just listen till the end, okay? So, here's the thing. 5 months ago, I secretly went to your high school reunion. Since you never updated the organizer with your address, the invitation ended up coming to me instead. Feels like fate, right? And since it was such a perfect chance, I decided to go not as your twin sister, but fully pretending to be you.
What? Hold on a second. You didn't even go to my school. You just snuck in like that?
Exactly, that's the point. I showed up in your place, so you should be thanking me, really. And that's when something unexpected happened. I actually ran into your boyfriend at the event.
And I'll say it again. I don't have a boyfriend. Stop spinning some story out of your own assumptions.
Whatever. Don't even try to play dumb. Just listen. This is where the real story starts. So that guy, he totally believed I was you. Can you believe that? After the reunion ended, he just smoothly escorted me out and took me home. And yeah, we spent the whole night together, enjoying a very adult kind of relationship.
I've told you there was never a boyfriend in my life to begin with. Stop stacking lies on top of each other.
Oh, come on, just admit it. I went into his phone and switched your number to mine, saying there was some circumstance. So lately you haven't been able to reach him at all, right? That lonely silence you felt was thanks to me. Behind the scenes, I was pulling all the strings. I made sure he started forgetting you by controlling everything myself.
And I'll repeat it one more time. There's no boyfriend. Your whole story doesn't make sense from the start.
Fine, I'll just call that denial and move on. But what really matters is the next part. The truth is, I got pregnant with his baby.
Wait, pregnant? Are you seriously saying this? Do you not realize how insane this whole situation is?
Oh, I'm dead serious. Once we officially get married, that's when I'll come clean and say, actually, I'm Ava's twin sister. Think of it as a surprise reveal. So until then, don't you dare do anything to interfere. I won't allow you to step in. And besides, the fact that I'm carrying his child already makes us bound together with an unbreakable tie. We're partners in destiny now. From here on, I'll be living in a penthouse as a glamorous wife with a husband making $300,000 a year. That's the future waiting for me. Which means I'll get rid of anything or anyone that gets in the way. So don't even think about contacting him or trying to get close.
There's no contact to begin with, because I never had a boyfriend. How am I supposed to be involved with some imaginary guy?
Oh, stop pretending to be tough. If you even try something weird, I won't hold back. So be ready for it.
Wow. Your reckless delusions have gotten even worse than a few years ago.
I don't care about all that extra nonsense. Your boyfriend is already mine. Got it?
Fine, do whatever you want.
Good. I've got your word on it. If you ever reach out to him without my permission, you'll regret it.
Seriously, I'm done.
Ava, I've got amazing news. I figured I'd share a little bit of my happiness with you.
Excuse me?
Looks like I finally come out on top. This is my victory speech, like, you deserve this.
Look who it is again with a sudden dramatic conversation. What sort of bragging are you up to this time?
See that reaction? You're totally trying to hide how jealous you are. Even though you're saying so little, it's obvious you're panicking inside.
I'm not panicking. I just don't get what you're trying to say, so just spit it out.
Prepare to be shocked. Starting today, I'm officially moving in with him. And not just anywhere. We're talking a luxury penthouse, almost at the very top floor. Just picture it. The windows open up to the whole city skyline at night. The entrance has a hotel-style reception and our own concierge. Living like this, I'm nothing but a total winner.
Oh yeah? And then?
You know, Ava, I almost feel sorry for you. So at the very least, I thought I'd give you the report. I'm happy. Pretty kind of me, right? Oh, and guess what? We went ahead and got married. It wasn't just on a whim. It's proof that we're truly in love. And then I finally got the courage to tell him the truth, that I'm actually your twin sister. And you know what he said? That he knew it all along. And what do you think? This plot twist tops any movie out there. And most people couldn't tell twins apart, but he's different. He left me without ever confusing me for you. That's the ultimate proof of fate, don't you think? So yeah, to make sure there's no turning back, we filed the marriage license already. The moment we signed those papers, I honestly felt like the real winner.
I see. Well, I don't even know who this boyfriend of yours is supposed to be. But if you really feel happy, then I guess that's what matters, right?
What?
But still, at the very least, you should do what's necessary. You should properly tell Dad and Mom. After I got that WhatsApp message from you the other day, I called home. And they said they didn't even know you had a boyfriend, let alone that you were pregnant. They were shocked. And then you went ahead and got married on top of that? It's totally normal to tell our parents about it. That boyfriend of yours, or I guess now he's your husband, I think it's important for both of you to go and talk to our parents about what's up.
What the heck? Why are you talking down to me like that? You sound so arrogant.
Because it's the truth. The fact that you skipped the most important step before marriage just proves you're being careless. Not even telling your parents before the wedding? That's just not okay. Showing basic respect is the minimum you should do.
Whatever. That doesn't matter. You're just bitter because I won him over, aren't you?
Like I've been saying, I never even had a boyfriend. There's no one for us to fight over in the first place. How many times do I have to explain it before you understand? You only hear what you want to hear.
You better cut it out. You know your lies are exposed. I've just been letting them slide.
Wow, you're unbelievable.
Seriously, don't tell me you haven't figured out by now that I could see right through you.
I see. At least it shows you're not totally disconnected. Actually, no. We're not really connecting at all.
What?
Anyway, no matter how it happened, if you're pregnant, then you need to take responsibility and be aware that you're becoming a mom. A child doesn't get to choose their parents, so it's on you to step up.
What?
I'm busy right now. I've got to go now.
Wait, hey, hold on. Hey, I knew something fell off.
What are you talking about?
Your reactions have been weird, don't you think?
You think so?
Yeah. I mean, I told you I'm pregnant with your boyfriend's kid. So why are you staying so calm? Normally you freak out or something, right? Shouldn't you at least be losing it a little?
Well, freaking out doesn't sound like the best thing for a baby anyway.
Baby?
Yeah, because I'm pregnant with my husband's child.
Wait, husband? Who?
Actually, last year, I married my boss at work. He's someone who's always supported me, and I realized he's the person I want to spend my life with.
Huh? You're just throwing this at me out of nowhere? That's a big deal. How have you kept that a secret all this time? I can't believe it. So am I the only one who didn't know?
Dad and Mom knew, but I asked them to keep quiet. I just wanted to avoid unnecessary drama.
Wait a minute. So that means I wasn't even invited to the wedding? You left me out completely?
Instead of throwing a big ceremony, we went with a private photo wedding. Then we used that money for our honeymoon to really make memories together.
Why would you do it that way? Normally people invite everyone and throw a big wedding. I just don't get it.
There's no need for anyone else to understand. We thought it through as a couple and just chose the style that fit us. It's really that simple. And honestly, knowing you, it was obvious you'd throw shade or try to cause trouble if you found out. But yeah, I was waiting for the right time to tell you. It just ended up being now, but I had my reasons for not saying anything earlier.
Seriously? So you were actually thinking that way? You mean you didn't trust me at all?
Oh, and about the reunion, I actually knew what happened. You thought I was clueless, but I wasn't.
Oh wait, no way.
The organizer not knowing my current address was true, but one of my friends reached out through social media, and I told them I couldn't go because I was pregnant. Plus, a few friends who went are still in touch with me. They told me, hey, someone who looked exactly like you, your twin sister, showed up at the reunion instead. At that point, all I could do was laugh.
Oh wait, hold on. You mean, don't tell me. I was busted?
Yeah, pretty much everything got exposed. If you really thought you could keep it hidden, that was way too naive. When I was supposed to be in my second trimester, you showed up with a totally flat stomach. On top of that, you were wearing some super revealing outfit and strutting around in stiletto heels. And, unbelievably, people said you were casually downing glass after glass of alcohol with a straight face. No pregnant woman would ever do that. So everyone at the reunion figured it out instantly. They were like, oh, she's not Ava. She's gotta be her twin sister from that sketchy local high school with a bad reputation.
But nobody said anything to me at the time. I thought I blended in pretty well at the party.
And that's because they were all completely done with you. Nobody wanted to get involved. They didn't even need to say out loud that they knew. It was more like, don't poke the bear. They probably didn't want to ruin the atmosphere. From what I gather, your act was so painfully awkward that it was almost fun to watch. They figured it was funnier to just leave you alone and watch. In the end, I chose not to speak up then, but after hearing about it later, I understood it was bound to happen like that.
What the heck? So I was basically a total laughingstock? Oh, that's brutal.
You're the one who barged in pretending to be me at my high school reunion. That's what we call completely out of line. And did it never occur to you? You barely knew anyone from my school, so of course you were going to slip up. Reunions are nothing but people swapping old stories. The second you couldn't keep up, it was game over. You should have seen that coming a mile away.
But you were always the serious one, always studying, plain and invisible, right? So I just assumed you couldn't possibly have any friends talking to you.
You really need to drop that mindset where being serious or a top student automatically equals being some kind of a loner. If that's the case, what about my upperclassman who was always at the top of the rankings, captain of the tennis team, and even the student body president? Plus, he had fan clubs, both in and out of school. Have you ever met someone like that?
Are you kidding me? You're saying someone like that is real? That's just like something you see in a comic book.
Don't underestimate a top-ranked prep school in the state. Though, I'll admit, he really was on another level. Basically legendary. By your logic, even that legendary guy would have been labeled a loner.
Oh, well, whatever. Anyway, no matter what, I'm the winner now. Because my husband makes $300,000 a year, and we're living at the very top floor of a penthouse. I'm being loved by a man like that. There's no doubt I've beaten you. So yeah, it's all good in the end.
By the way, I never asked, who exactly is the guy you married? If he was one of my classmates, I might know him, so I should at least ask.
His name is Asher Jones.
Asher Jones? I knew it. Hearing that name finally made everything click. Now, it all makes sense. Now, I completely understand what kind of person the guy you chose really is.
What? Why do you sound so serious all of a sudden? I don't get it.
Back in high school, that guy did something outrageous. Without my permission, he started telling everyone I was his girlfriend, and it turned into a huge mess.
Wait, hold up. He just went around calling himself your boyfriend? He was that kind of guy?
Yeah, he kept insisting my face was exactly his type, asked me out, but of course I turned him down. Even after I rejected him, he wouldn't back off. And the moment he found out I had a twin sister, he suddenly started demanding I introduce him to you, which was honestly a nightmare for me. So when you showed up at the reunion pretending to be me, for him, it must have felt like he hit the jackpot.
Oh, well, in the end he landed with me, so I'd say that makes me lucky, right? And hey, he's not doing too shabby financially either. Now that he's my husband, overall, it all worked out fine, don't you think? I mean, come on. The guy you let slip through your fingers, I grabbed him tight. Clearly, I'm the winner here. Looks like you let another big fish get away.
And by the way, there's one thing I want to ask you.
What now? Are you about to complain about something else?
That penthouse you live in? Is it the one directly connected to Central Station? That super popular high-rise?
Exactly. You know it, right? You can walk straight in from the station, and the view of the city lights is insane. Anyone would be jealous of this lifestyle.
Yeah, I get it. The location's definitely convenient, and the view must be amazing. I'm sure lots of people would envy it.
See? It's only normal to be jealous. Deep down, you're probably wishing for it too, huh? But it's too late now. Asher is completely mine. No way I'd ever hand him over to you.
Well, I wouldn't want him even if you begged me.
Oh, come on. Quit acting like you don't care.
I mean, I'm already married to another man. And even if I wasn't, I'd never want some unemployed slacker.
What? Unemployed, you say?
Asher Jones? He's actually the cousin of that legendary upperclassman I mentioned earlier.
What?
According to my husband, who actually knows that upperclassman, the one making $300,000 a year is him. And that penthouse isn't his name, just rented out temporarily. Since he's been overseas on a work assignment for 6 months, he left the place in his cousin's care. But the actual owner is coming back in about 2 weeks.
What?
So you and Asher are supposed to move out once he returns. That's the deal.
Oh wait, what?
Scarlett, I heard you cut ties with Mom and Dad, even declared you'd never go back, just to run off with Asher. Don't you think you should ask him where you're supposed to live next?
Hold on, what? I never heard about any of this. There's no way I can accept that. None of it makes sense. I can't believe you keep something this important from me. If that's how it is, then I'd definitely be happier with that so-called legendary upperclassman of yours instead. That's the person I should be with to really find happiness. Yeah, that's it. I can still switch things around. I can totally start over if I want. Don't you think so?
That upperclassman? He got married, and right after, he was sent abroad for work. He took his wife with him. So he's already living a completely different life now.
What? I didn't know any of this. What's going on? Why am I only finding out something this important now?
And when he comes back, he and his wife are planning to start a new life in that penthouse. So there was never any space for you there in the first place. And you seem to be forgetting, but you're carrying Asher's child, aren't you? You can't run away from reality. The deadline's coming soon. In 2 weeks, you'll have to leave that apartment and start a new life with Asher. There's no other option.
No, I can't believe this. I try so hard. So why am I the only one stuck in this kind of situation? No way. I always thought I was the winner. There's no way this is how it ends. I wanted to prove myself against you, but with this ending, I just look pathetic. This can't be happening. My future was supposed to shine so bright, but everything's fallen apart.
So I'll say this one last time. Stop running away into some fantasy and accept the reality of becoming a mother. It's the only choice you have left.
Even if you say that out of nowhere, I'm not ready and I don't even know what to do. Please, I'm begging you, just help me out a little. If nothing changes, I seriously won't make it.
Oh, I'm not helping. I already have my own family to protect, and that's all I can handle. This is your problem, and you need to face it yourself.
No, you're really going to abandon me? I'm still your sister. How can you do that?
Even if we're blood, I can't carry your responsibilities for you. You chose this path, and now you have to walk it.
So that's it. No matter how much I struggle, you won't help me after all, huh?
That's right. I'm living my life as a mother protecting my own child. That's everything to me now. Even after all that, Scarlett still kept acting like she was some kind of celebrity wife. The reality turned out to be way harsher than she ever imagined. First, that whole penthouse situation. The moment the real owner came back from overseas, Scarlett and Asher were kicked out on the spot. And because Asher had trashed furniture and appliances while living there, they were billed for damages, a total of $50,000. Our parents refused to help, so they ended up having no choice but to move in with Asher's family. And what was waiting for her there was life under the strict eye of her mother-in-law. The same Scarlett who bragged nonstop about being a winner was treated like house help at home. All day long, she's tied up with cooking and cleaning, and when the baby cries at night, there's no time for her to rest. Each time she vents her frustrations, her mother-in-law shouts, claiming that's what a true mother is meant to do. When it comes to Asher, working long shifts at the construction site totally exhausts him. So by the time he gets home, he just wants to crawl into bed, feeling grumpy and silent. It was the exact opposite of the luxurious life Scarlett had dreamed of. She still bragged to people, saying things like, I live like a celebrity, or my husband makes so much money. But in reality, her mother-in-law controlled the finances, and even when she worked part-time, she had zero money of her own. Word spread during neighborhood gossip, and Scarlett became a total laughingstock. These days, all her flashy posts on social media have been deleted. And neighbors whisper, she used to act so high and mighty. Look at her now. When I picture my little sister who once dreamed of living like a celebrity, Now stuck in an apron under her mother-in-law's watchful eye, it feels less like irony and more like destiny. As for me, nothing's changed. I keep living steadily and facing reality. And I head off to work each day, hoping that someday I'll meet a man who shares the same values as me.
Thank you for watching. Please rate the video and subscribe to our channel. See you in the next video.